We are officially in Wrestlemania Hangover season. It is time for another DGen Wrestling podcast. My name's Nathan. He's Ben. And we don't usually comment on this, but holy crap, the amount of views that our WrestleMania podcast got. Thank you guys so
How,
very much.
how many was it? Yeah.
Like, we are over 700 right now, if I can...
Nice.
Not
at all.
it is actually performing
Yeah, that's
really
insane.
well.
Yeah, I haven't checked in a bit, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I've been looking at the comments in that, and I've seen a few that I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. And
yeah, but I mean,
I replied to one, but
it's like mostly positive stuff. So this is stuff that I don't think either one of us were expecting to have happen. But
no, I wasn't expecting us to get like any views, basically.
But we are officially at 734 views right now.
We literally just do this for fun, basically.
Yeah, no. So fantastic. Thank you guys so very much. We don't care if we get one view or 734 or 7,034,000.
It's just the more views we get, the more it makes Jerry from Kazakhstan, Nathan's confidant, very stick out when Nathan shows him out.
Absolutely. And thank you very much, Jerry. I'm sure you're the one who clicked on that link roughly about 700 times to see the podcast. But hey, calling a spade, though, thank you guys so very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, I guess, where do you want to start with WrestleMania Hangover Week? Do we just want to just jump right in?
Let's just jump right in.
Okay, so All Elite Wrestling, AEW. Normally this would be something that we'd leave for the end of the podcast, but you said jump right in. I don't know about you, but I think they committed suicide.
I don't think it's suicide. I think they've severely shot themselves in the foot, but I don't think it's complete suicide as of just yet.
So, basically, for those who don't know, after CM Punk's interview with Ariel Helwani going over the All In incident at Wembley, Tony Khan decides, we're gonna show the footage. Which is probably the dumbest decision you could have made, and I've been fretting over this for weeks because I'm like, in what world is this a good decision, or barring a good decision, a competent decision? And I didn't see it. And as we go further and further and further along, it just doesn't seem like it worked out well at all.
No, a lot of AEW wrestlers backstage feel like it opened a wound that didn't need to be opened.
Well, it's not even just the people backstage. You could hear it in how audible the crowd was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If the only chants coming up during the AEW All Out footage in Wembley are CM Punk chants...
Yeah, you literally just made your company, your fans, cheer for somebody else's company's babyface.
And what's more important than that is, if you watch that footage and then you go back and you read Punk's interview or you listen to Punk's interview, Punk's 100% right.
He is.
He didn't try to hide what happened or embellish anything.
Nope.
It is entirely what CM Punk said. Here's the issue. If CM Punk's right about that, what else is CM Punk right about?
It's hard to say because he was up against two different people in each situation, so who really knows?
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, people who were once doubting CM Punk could be looking at this with an objective eye and saying he could be right about other situations within the company.
Nathan, are you saying that?
I'm saying that could be more than just me, is what
Nathan,
I'm saying.
Are you back on the CM Punk?
I wouldn't say I'm back on the train, but I also think that Tony Khan should refund all the frickin' money that he took in from this last show.
Are you in a vehicle on your way to the station?
No. I think I'd get lost on the way there. So
you have your shoes on and are ready to leave the door.
Well, okay, technically I've got my bare feet on, but I'm looking towards the shoes, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I can have my feet suck and ache for about 18 hours. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
But if I'm Matt and Nick Jackson, at the very least, I'm embarrassed. I don't
Matthew
know
and Nicholas Jackson.
if I'm the executive vice presidents of All Elite Wrestling, whether or not they signed off on this or not, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
very ridiculous situation. The footage never should have been played,
No, never.
especially if it goes along the lines of exactly what CM Punk said.
Yeah, that
You should have just ignored it.
you could have ignored it. It could have all went away, and people like me who were very much against CM Punk would still be pretty well on AEW's side should that footage have never seen the light of day.
Yeah.
Because it would have been Punk's word versus AEW. Now it's Punk's word and the footage that greatly back up Punk's claims. Even if you aren't a fan of CM Punk and you are biased against Punk, you cannot argue with about 98% of that footage. The only thing that footage did was make Samoa Joe look good, and Samoa Joe doesn't need to look good.
No. And well, speaking of AEW and everything before,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard. Kenny Omega has commented on it.
I have not heard. Bring on the comment
Brawl
for
Out.
Kenny.
He talked about Brawl Out. He said that he had been like him and Punk are on good terms right now, as far as he knows. There's no heat between the two. When he went into the locker room for Brawl Out, he thought as an EVP, his job was to get the situation calmed down the best he could. So what did he do? He removed Larry from the situation, which is something that needed to be done. CM Punk's dog. But he also has commented he doesn't think he should be an EVP. But it's because he thinks that sometimes a little fight like that can help solve a situation. People beat the crap out of each other here and there, and then they like end up talking and they work out all that issues. And that's why he thinks he shouldn't be an EVP, because he believes that sometimes it needs to come to that.
And he absolutely shouldn't be an EVP if it does come to that and you're in that situation.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he's not giving up his title, which is something that I think should be done. But it's
So going further into it, he has said that he thinks him and Punk could have worked things out, barring other situations not being there that night.
and you might have been able to.
Yeah,
Not gonna sit here and say
because they
yeah.
had, they did sit down and talk afterwards, and they did work things out between the two.
Yep.
So it's a lot of crazy information about AEW this week, coming from a lot of different sides of everything that happened with Brawl Out and now the whatever they're calling the incident in London.
Okay, so there's two other things that I really wanted to comment on. Papa
Is it
Dave.
Okay, it's not about Jack Perry's scapegoat T-shirt selling out immediately after, like
but I'm very happy that Jack Perry got some.
How
merch
crazy do you think
this
this would be if Jack Perry and CM Punk worked together to put this together to get Punk out, because Punk was already not happy after Brawl Out and other situations?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if it worked
To
out.
get them both so over.
So here's the thing, though. Not only does this make Tony Khan look petty for the CM Punk thing, because
Absolutely
Tony
does.
feared for his life while dealing with a disgruntled Phil Brooks.
Yeah.
But not only that, but keep in mind, this is the incident that Tony Khan suspended Jack Perry for.
Yeah.
Long after CM Punk left, long after seemingly all the dust settled, and it was over that?
Yep.
To be suspended that long?
And he's still not back.
And he's still not back? No. Um, if I'm Jack Perry, I'm just sitting waiting for my contract to expire, sit on my downside guarantee. I wouldn't go work for that.
Yeah, because from what I have read, he did ask for his release,
Which makes total sense.
but it wasn't given to him.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It makes total sense. I wouldn't go back. Um, and I'm sorry. This puts Tony Khan on the Vince McMahon level. Congratulations. Um, that's not a good place to be. I don't think anyway. Because if he what so he's mad at Jack Perry for seemingly no reason. He plays the all out footage which confirms CM Punk and makes rational people question everything else, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing is done. Even Papa Dave Meltzer, who sings AEW's praises to the point where it's kind of hilarious, is saying that's a bad idea. And
Yeah.
any AEW apologist saying that's a bad idea. I don't see how AEW recovers from this
No.
unless you remove Omega and the Young Bucks or you remove Tony Khan.
Now, I wouldn't say it puts him on Vince McMahon level with recent things coming out about Vince McMahon.
Eh, start to
what Vince McMahon done was a lot worse
eh,
than this.
it starts the questioning.
Yeah, but what Vince McMahon done?
Yeah.
A lot
It was horrible.
I wouldn't put it on Vince McMahon level.
Would you put it just
No
above it
chance in
then?
hell.
Like just above it?
That depends on how the scale is going.
I don't know.
Because I would say Vince McMahon is a lot worse. A lot.
Fair enough. But even still, I don't think AEW recovers from this unless you take all parties out of the situation or you take Tony Khan out of the situation.
We're going to see how it goes because I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so either. But I also saw the reaction of the crowd. And
Yeah.
I've seen the reaction online.
Yeah.
And
we'll find out after we find it like viewership on Wednesday and everything like that.
Well, even then,
like it's gonna take time, but
yeah, there's got to be repercussions for this somehow, some way, and I honestly think it falls on Tony Khan.
Yeah.
From one bad situation to another, but another, quite frankly, that I think you and I both kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Big E.
Yeah.
He had his 2-year scans, and it's not showing that it's...
Yeah, it's not showing bone formation.
Yeah.
But he is pain-free.
Yeah.
But he has went on to state that he may never be cleared to wrestle again because of this.
It's sad, but, you know, one thing leads to another. Biggie is Biggie. Thank you for all of his accomplishments in the New Day, outside the New Day. I hope he continues to be used because he's genuinely entertaining. He's able to keep CM Punk at bay because he's just so damn likable.
He's a great interviewer.
He is great all the way around because he can do a little bit of everything. I'm just upset that Biggie can't get back into the ring.
Yeah, that is very upsetting.
And it sucks because you knew at the moment it was bad.
Yeah.
And you can't blame Ridge Holland,
No, accidents happen.
but at the same time, it feels
Yeah, it
it,
might be
it
scripted,
yeah,
but the moves still hurt.
yeah. The
You still
hazards are
get
very
throw
real.
in the hazard. Yeah.
Um, with that said, though, congratulations to Big E. I'm glad he doesn't feel any pain
Yeah.
and can at least live his life with some sort of fulfillment, regardless of what that means going forward for the wrestling business. Thank you, Big E.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, do we have any good news this week? Because like we went
I'm
downer
sure we
and
do. It's got to
downer.
be somewhere, right?
Well, somewhere, some way, man. That's all I gotta think. WWE Draft starts on my birthday.
It does.
It does, and we've actually got some confirmations with regards to the draft. I've got a few. I'm sure you've got more. Um, from the looks of it, Dragonov,
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov has.
Roxanne Perez.
Yep, also been declared for the draft.
It's widely rumored Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes
I
are
believe
up there.
I've heard the same thing. Yep.
Um, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, but
It sounds like what was it? The Final Testament is probably going to be going to NXT,
which is good. That's very good.
and there's a lot of potential for other main roster stars to be going to NXT.
And I don't know. For me, I think that's a good thing. There's a lot of main
Yeah,
roster stars that need freshening up,
yeah,
and there's no better place to freshen up under the new executive vice president of talent relations, the man who knows talent better than anybody else on this planet when it comes to wrestling. Your guy and mine, the showstopper, the headliner, the main event, the icon, Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
yeah.
Oh, man. Congratulations out to Shawn for his new title, Executive Vice President. Fantastic.
There's your bit of there's your good news, Nathan.
Well, yeah, exactly. The the wrestling world went to hell in a handbasket, but Shawn Michaels perseveres. He continues climbing up that corporate ladder, and he deserves to, as far as I'm concerned. So, Ben, is there anything else that you can think of off the top of your head that we need to talk about?
I had something, but right now I'm drawing a blank. Unfortunately, my brain's not working too well.
Well, see, the funny thing about that is when you take a moment and you examine your brain, you think to yourself, concussions in wrestling, it is absolutely terrible, but you know what isn't terrible, Ben?
What?
You know what isn't terrible?
What's not
It's
terrible?
the idea that Dominic Mysterio said in several interviews he would like to see one person join the Judgment Day.
Is it Logan Paul?
That person, he asked, if they would look great in black and purple, and that man is Logan Paul. And I don't know about you, I just think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, it would be hilarious.
Because here's the thing, Logan Paul doesn't fit
No, he really doesn't.
at all. Like
No.
this is a fit on the level of R-Truth,
What are you talking about? Our truth fits perfectly.
but he doesn't.
But he does.
Exactly.
No.
Uh,
I'm just saying our truth fits. I'm not saying he doesn't fit, but he does.
I'm
Our truth just fits.
I'm saying, man, you know, it's looking like Priest might come away from them, or Finn might come away from them. Tom and Nick are still there. You need somebody to bolster up the ranks now that their team captain, R-Truth, is gone. Who better than Logan Paul?
Um. Well, that's a tough one. You've really put me on the spot for this. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Doink the Clown.
Oh, jeez. You know, sometimes Ben, sometimes when you talk about joining the roster, you just completely stump me with this out of left field thing that I could totally see working.
Yeah,
Can you
right.
imagine Doink the Clown and his original gimmick in in like black hair, purple streaks, and
Exactly.
Rhea Ripley level makeup in the
Yeah.
Judgment Day?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be great. Speaking of which, we got to talk about the most overblown storyline in all of WWE, the Bloodline, because something actually interesting happened.
Is that Tama Tonga?
Well, I don't think it's Tama Tonga, but you seem to think it's Tama Tonga. I think it's the fact that Solo Sikoa is taking the role of interim tribal chief and making Paul Heyman's life a living hell.
Now, is he taking the role or is he taking orders from The Rock?
Oh, you never know. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Um, you never know. But anyway, Tama Tonga shows up. Seems like Jimmy Uso is out of the Judgment Day, and there's this whole, or not out of the Judgment Day, out of the Bloodline, and it seems like there's this whole mantra now of losing is not an option.
Yeah.
If you lose, your legacy should be destroyed. Hence,
Can I
Solo
ask you one
stomping on
thing
Paul
though?
Heyman. Yeah,
What has Solo done since beating John Cena?
he has done a great job of pretending to look fierce on a 1-7 record.
He's lost.
Yeah, he's pretended to look fierce on a 1-7 record.
Yeah, so they're really gonna have to
Yeah,
hard sell this.
yeah. I like the idea.
I do too. It just
I
the execution should have been building Solo up before this instead of having him lose every match.
so this makes me think though that it was originally going to be Roman Rock at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Like beyond a shadow of a doubt, anybody who says it's
Oh yeah,
Cody
they
Roman,
had the plans locked in
yeah,
back in October. They have said,
yeah.
but
So
they had to call a pivot,
yeah,
which
they had to
I
pivot.
think Triple H was hoping for
Yeah,
because
which,
that's why he still had Cody win the Rumble.
yeah, which thank God. Um, because here's the thing though. If you were gonna have Roman Rock, Roman was gonna win, then it wouldn't matter if Solo's 1-7.
It might still.
But the way that you're looking at this now, you really have got to pour your energy into booking Solo like a killer, which you can do. You have pretty well done the job of burying Jimmy Uso, which ever since he went back to the Bloodline, his stock has just continued to plummet. So why not use this opportunity? Build up Solo, build up Tama Tonga. If there's any other member of the Anoa'i family, this is where you bring them in.
There are rumors about Jacob Fatu,
Yeah. So why don't you do like an NWO versus Wolfpack kind of thing?
which seems to
But
be the way they're going.
but you have this new bloodline that is just ferocity in itself.
Yeah.
Ferocity, do whatever it takes to win. Fuck the circumstances.
Could you imagine if The Rock is the leader of this new bloodline? Then you have
Oh,
Solo Sikoa, you have Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu,
and the Rock.
and The Rock. But then Roman needs to recruit people to take them down, and he recruits like Jey Uso, Sami Zayn. He goes on a whole like repentance run.
And then they all
And
turn
then
on him and beat on him.
probably
Like
not.
no, like nobody likes Roman, so he has to go in there 4-on-1,
But I highly doubt
and then
that's
he
gonna
loses.
happen. No.
But see, the whole Roman redemption run only works if Roman loses.
I'm not talking about redemption. I'm talking about repentance.
Okay, so how the hell is he going to repent?
He's going to lose to all of them brutally, basically, as he's trying to recruit them.
Like,
Only to
but
build up to beat The Rock after, but he's a different
No,
person.
no, but
Even
even then, still make him lose. Like even to The Rock, make him lose, because that's the way the bloodline goes, right? The bloodline always
but I
has
think
to.
it would be freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
He has to. So he has to recruit Sami Zayn. He gets Jay and he gets Jimmy back to go against this new bloodline.
yeah. But you have
But he has
Sami
to go
Zayn.
through a whole repentance.
Yeah, but you have Sami Zayn lead this whole bloodline, and because I'm sorry, that's the only way it seems to work is if Sami Zayn leads. Sami Zayn
It
is the only
obviously
one of
wouldn't be
those.
that.
Sami Zayn is the only one of those guys I'd
Again,
like to
it
see
obviously
in the
won't
in
be
the
that.
leadership.
It can't be that.
But still, he's the only person I want to see in that spot.
I know, but you never will.
Yeah, but still, I don't want to see this. But it's good. It's good in the sense that the bloodline just feels a little fresher if you're going to continue it.
Yeah.
So that whenever Roman Reigns does return,
Yeah. But it's like the whole repentance run where it just disbands all of the bloodline.
I do like the ending of disbanding everything and just
Yeah.
ending the bloodline because it should have ended years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm cautiously optimistic because here's the thing. The bloodline should have built Solo by now.
Oh, they should have.
It didn't. The bloodline should have built Jimmy Uso. It didn't.
I think that's a Jimmy Uso issue.
Like the bloodline. Everyone says how the bloodline makes stars. Who did it make?
Sammy, Jay, and Roman.
Well, first of all, Roman doesn't need it.
No.
Jay Uso was made by circumstance.
So was Sami Zayn in that case.
And Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn. I don't think Sami was consciously made. I think Jey Uso was much more consciously made than Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
None of that matters if it's because the bloodline story made them.
Yeah, but it's still.
It doesn't matter if it's conscious or not.
Okay, so but that being said, I'm going to argue Roman Reigns was already a star before the bloodline.
I would say
I don't think he was made
in WWE star.
Yeah,
as a star, WWE thought he was a star. No one else did. He wasn't a star to anybody else until the bloodline.
Okay. So three stars in 3 years. 3 stars in 3 years. Is that worth it?
Now, are we also talking about the stars it made going up against the bloodline?
No, yeah, we are.
Because at that point, arguably, it made Cody Rhodes bigger.
But he was already there. I don't count him.
I know, but it made him bigger still.
He was already there. I don't count him.
I still do because it made him bigger.
Well, that's nice. I don't. Who else?
At that point, yeah, that's basically all.
Yeah. So again, like even with mine, it's 2 that it made. Yeah. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. With you, it's 4.
Yeah.
4 stars, 3 years. Is that worth it?
It's a better track record than Vince McMahon from 2012 to 2015.
Well, by that record, let me see. He locked... no, wait, that was 2011. 2012 to 2015. He locked into Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
So that's 1. I'm trying to think. Rock, no. Cena, no. Yeah, the only one I can think of is Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
And even then, that's terrible. WWE in the 2010s and up until now has been terrible at building stars.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, for mine it's 2-1. For you it's 4-1. Do you remember the days of the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
When you could look at any 5 guys throughout 97 through 99, 2000, and you could see, oh my god, those guys are larger than life stars. Off the top of my head, Austin, Rock, Taker, Kane, Mick Foley. That's off the top of my head. Not like 99, 2000, 2001. Like, not during Attitude Era.
Okay.
If you want to go like...
To me, Attitude Era started in 97.
Okay,
Shawn.
well, if you're starting that, then...
Yeah.
Shawn wasn't built at that time. But Austin was.
He was building.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Attitude Era and what it built,
yeah,
Austin, Rock, Taker, Kane, Mankind, Mick Foley, Triple H, Kurt Angle, a bevy of stars in 4 years.
Yeah.
That's why people like the Attitude Era so much. If you want to go even further, Ruthless Aggression, Lesnar, Orton, Batista. Who am I forgetting here? I know I'm for.
You can't see him. It's okay.
Okay, Lesnar, Orton, Batista, the guy we can't see.
R-Truth's childhood hero.
Yeah, R-Truth's childhood hero. But even then, if you look beyond that and you're going by your metrics, you got to put in Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
You got to put in Rob Van Dam. You got to put in Edge.
You do have to put in Edge.
Again, there's 7 people.
Jericho.
Y2J. Even though I would technically have him as a major in the Attitude Era. But still,
I would say he was on the precipice in the Attitude Era, but he didn't really capture it until...
Let alone Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero, huge. JBL, love him or hate him.
Yeah, there's one other guy that we're not going to mention because incidents.
No, we're not going to mention that guy. But you get the point. Attitude Era made stars. Ruthless Aggression Era made stars.
It was from about, 2008 to 2017, 2018, where there was a real slowdown of... Yeah. And that's when they were just bringing back Goldberg, Lesnar.
That was later on. But, yeah, so, basically... If your storyline, even on the most optimistic one of us, built 4 stars.
Yeah, but that's only the ones the storyline built. What about people during that time, like Becky Lynch?
But still, well, if you're gonna do that, then even like 2008 to 2018, that's where Becky Lynch was built. That's where Seth Rollins was built. That's where Jon Moxley was built. That's where Bryan Danielson was built.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're only counting one storyline, you can't.
Yeah, but you
can't focus in on that with Bloodline and not focus in on that with the Attitude Era. There's so many storylines there which built those stars, and this is one storyline.
But they were still like interweaving storylines, and the WWE, regardless, has not done a good job of building stars. And neither has this storyline that has dominated the airways for 3 years. Yeah. If you've got 3 years with as much time dedicated to the Bloodline as you have, and the most you have out of it is 4.
I think the biggest issue with that was that Roman Reigns just wasn't there. I think they could have built a lot more stars if Roman Reigns had been around more.
But even then, they didn't. And, by the way, that's nothing against Roman whatsoever.
No, he saw an opportunity.
He saw an opportunity. He took it.
I have nothing against Roman for that. Yeah. I still don't like that he wasn't there. But kudos to him
at that
for
point,
his payday.
At that point, you saw an opportunity, you took it. At that point, you should not have had the championship.
No.
Because that championship in those 3 years could have built other people.
Absolutely.
Off the top of my head, LA Knight.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, okay, I wasn't going to originally ask this, but since we're on this point, who do you think is the best person to never hold a singles belt?
The best person to never hold a singles belt?
Yep.
Like a world championship or a singles belt at all?
Um, World Championship.
Roddy Piper.
Current era.
Oh. Well, see, now you're just nitpicking.
Uh,
I'm gonna have to. I have no freaking clue, honestly.
because here's the thing. I say it's Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I know you do.
That's fine. I can also see an argument for LA Knight.
Yeah.
I can see. Well, I can't see an
Well,
argument
I'm
for that
hesitant
guy.
to say their names because it's still possible for them.
Yeah, it's still possible.
Which is
but
why I can't say their
oh,
names.
sorry. As of right now, as of today, that could change.
Yeah.
That could change like in months. But who is the best as of today, this moment in time?
Well, obviously it's your boy.
Is my boy Sammy?
No, it's your boy.
Is my boy Sammy?
No,
Sammy?
no,
Walter?
your boy. No. But
Shawn
yes.
Shawn Michaels has won several.
Yeah, but your boy is Xavier Woods.
No.
You keep beating him in GM mode. At
Oy.
what point are you gonna
Because
deny
he's got the best damn power card in the game.
that shouldn't matter if you don't like him.
I don't like him, but he's got the best damn
Again,
power card in the game.
The card shouldn't matter if you don't like him.
Card does matter because the card is fantastic, and you know it is.
Oh, it is fantastic. But it shouldn't matter if you don't like him.
Well, then who the hell should I be then?
Anyone else?
Like who?
Stephanie McMahon. You like money?
But her card sucks now.
Yeah, but you like money.
Like, if it was 2K22, I'd understand the point, but...
Okay, custom superstar.
Okay, now their card is pretty good, and to be fair, I have been GM Housen before. I have been shirtless Paul Heyman before.
Yeah. You could just be trying to be Paul Heyman.
Oh God,
I would
if his card didn't suck. Like his. Okay, so for those of you who don't know,
but no, honestly, it's Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
Because we're obviously not counting the NXT championship.
I can buy Walter. Yeah. I can buy Walter. I think it's Sammy, but
yeah,
I like certain aspects of wrestling more. If you're looking based on pure brutality, you can't go wrong with Walter.
No.
Absolutely fantastic. I hope he has a nice run with Cody Rhodes. If you do decide to end Cody Rhodes' reign prematurely, or end Damian Priest's reign prematurely, I don't care which.
I think he's more going after Priest.
I wouldn't care if he went after Cody. I wouldn't care if he went after Priest. If they're looking to end one of those reigns early, Walter.
Yeah. I want to see Randy versus Cody.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be way too much fun.
Which I am very disappointed that Randy wasn't in either of those triple threats.
Yeah. Yeah,
but at the same time, I understand they want to save Randy a little bit.
Oh, see, I wouldn't.
They could have had him lose.
I wouldn't care. I would have used Randy.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, okay, first of all, not in the AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio one. I would not have used Randy there.
No, put him in the first one, make it a fatal 4-way.
Yeah. But at least use Randy. One of your big money matches is Cody Randy, with Cody holding the belt. Why not tease it a little bit?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that'd just be a lot of fun.
Absolutely would.
Speaking of which, match of the week.
Match of the week. It's the triple
It
threat
was a
at the
very
end of SmackDown.
it was a very difficult decision.
It really wasn't.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful. So here's the thing, Nakamura Dragunov was great.
Oh, it was good. Yeah.
Go watch that. The Fatal 4-Way on Raw, okay,
Yeah.
was pretty good.
It was really good too.
And
yeah.
then you go to AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens.
It was pay-per-view level.
Oh, it was just so smooth.
It was very smooth. I thought it could have been longer. It
I
seemed really short to me.
Yeah, it went 15 minutes. It felt like it was 7.
Yeah, but
it was perfect.
It was so
perfectly
good.
paced. Perfectly paced. Also, shout out to the 6-man tag on Raw. On Raw.
Oh, yeah. 6-man tag was fun.
Judgment Day versus Miz R-Truth of the guy you can't see.
That was really fun. That was close to being our match of the week just because it was fun.
It was so much fun.
Like we say, our match of the week isn't necessarily the best match. It's the match that made us the happiest.
Like, okay. And here's the thing. Neither one of us likes Cena.
No, I've become indifferent to him.
But you've got R-Truth, who's so damn likable.
Yeah, and then you got Nathan that cheers for Cena anytime he shows up randomly.
No, I don't do that.
You really do. I will record it next time because you do that.
I don't do that.
You do.
I don't.
And you know it.
No, I don't.
When he showed up in London, or not in London, wherever.
Okay, the London one was fun.
And he cheered for
when
he ran down to the ring at WrestleMania, Nathan cheered for John Cena.
Okay, fine. But what about Taker? When Taker showed up, my pop was even bigger.
Fun fact, no it wasn't. That was supposed to be Stone Cold, but they couldn't come to an agreement on pay.
What was that? The Taker spot was supposed to be Austin?
It was supposed to be Austin.
Oh, okay.
But they
I heard that
couldn't
too.
come to an agreement on pay.
Which is great and terrible.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Taker added so much more than Austin would.
I don't think he would. But I do like Taker there. Still.
But even still.
It makes more sense for Rock to just disappear in the blackness when it's Taker. But I could have seen it being a full brawl to the back between Rock and Austin.
That would have been fun to see too. That being said, though, match of the week is the triple threat: AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens versus the deadbeat Rey Mysterio. Props to all three guys. Fantastic match.
It was an amazing match.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Alrighty, and we've covered everything, I think. We're going to see you guys again probably next week.
Yeah, should be next week. I don't see
I'm Nathan. He's Ben.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.